guys like orange juice?
Coming up.
Hey, I love you, girl. You're gonna win.
I mean, it would make sense. It was in season 1.
Do you think Dolores will come back by the end of the season?
This is so fucking corny. She's like, this is just so fucking corny.
Oh, sorry, it's the wrong one.
Wow, I was just aggressive.
You're in the middle of talking. Shut the fuck up. So what did you think about this episode of Westworld?
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. We've seen this episode before.
Yeah, I wrote down in my notes too. I said that he's the new Maeve in this one. It's just the same thing, kind of, except like it's a little different. He falls through a vent. He gets a little diehardish.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
I did that for Nick while we were watching it. He stood up and typed that into his phone and said it. So I was like, oh, I'll put that on the board for him.
There you go. There you go.
Did you like that with like they were doing all the little flashbacks of Caleb and his daughter, just like Maeve and her daughter, or were you like, come on, that too?
I mean, yeah, it's that's the thing. Like, it's just it's so repetitive. It's just a different person now. It's crazy.
Isn't it so wild that the Caleb we started watching this episode that we met a couple episodes ago is dead again now?
Yeah,
and like a new one's just gonna start. Like, do you think?
Yeah.
Like, do you think the next one she made, like, because like she burned all the rest, she made this one. Do you think this will be the final Caleb, or do you think she's just gonna keep trying to figure out shit that he doesn't know?
Who the fuck knows? We might not even know. I mean, we might not even know. We might not ever find out.
That's true. Yeah, I guess that would be impossible to know because they're all robots. But like what confuses me is why'd she make so many of him when they can, like, the host dies, you just put the ball in a new body and all that. It just seems kind of wasteful to make so many of him.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe we're missing something, but it doesn't make sense to me. But didn't they do the same thing with Logan's dad? Wasn't his?
Yeah, they did that with Logan's dad and William, but there wasn't multiple of him in the room. Right? It was just him trying to figure out like how to be a human host. So like the multiples of him, I thought was just strange. Unless it was just to torment him, like because she let him escape, you know. So maybe those are just to like freak him out.
But she did say she was trying to figure out what the hell she wanted to tell his daughter or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
so maybe it was just
really thought that, like, because it's kind of what we talked about before with her, like, why would they want to live as a Dolores or a Hale, whatever you want to call her, with her under her control and all that, and it turns out the hosts don't. They just are killing themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might just be that's why she has so many copies, is that she just was trying to find out that, you know, to figure it out, and she was like, well, I'll make 5 copies at a time.
That's funny. So it took her fucking 277 Calebs to figure out that you just wanted to say, hey, I love you, girl. You're going to win.
Yeah.
Duh, winning.
And then, like, at the end, was she contemplating jumping off the building?
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I got those vibes too. I thought she was going to kill herself, and I was like, what the fuck's going to happen? And then she just stood there forever. So I was like, okay, I guess she's not going to kill herself.
See, the way I took that is that she was harping on all the people, like, you know, with the outliers. Mm-hmm. She was like harping on them, like, oh, like, you know, you're supposed to just fucking shoot them on sight. But I took that as like she just was like contemplated like all that shit that like all the other robots are, like and Man in Black did too when he saw that his outlier. Like that's what I thought it was. Okay. It was just like
Caleb was the outlier that she met that made her contemplate it now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I kind of
wild theories, Bill.
I like that.
That's where I took that.
Oh, which I forgot. I don't know if you saw her tweet too, but Bobby, you know, she watches our videos. She was messaging me. Yeah. She got caught up on a bunch of Westworld in our videos, and she said that me and you got a lot of theories right from early on in the beginning. She said we were spot on with shit early on.
Totally.
So I just want to say,
that's pretty dope.
Big shout out to you. You know, me and Hess, we're not the big dummies people, you know, put us out to be.
Try not to be, at least.
But let me see. I wrote down some shit here for this episode. I liked, but also kind of thought it was a little weird. The opening with Frankie, her as a little girl with her mom and all that, and then they're recruiting the guy Jay. It was all set up so we know where he came from or whatever. But the part I thought was really creepy and kind of cool from that was when everybody freezes and the fucking little girls are still swinging, but they have a like big smile on their face. That was fucking creepy. I didn't like that.
It was creepy. Did you catch like the wine overflowing that was in season 1?
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Teresa or whatever.
You know what I think of every time Hale is on one of her little bitchy like monologues yelling at someone or whatever is in my head. I envision you like trying to watch Westworld while Abby's like screaming over the TV yelling at her because you said she gets so mad at Charlotte Hale. So every time she does something villainous, I think of Abby getting mad at her.
Okay.
It's just, and I'm just hopeful that she's actually getting angry about her and all that shit. It's just kind of fun for me. But so now to actual C, no longer Frankie. She takes Bernard to the abandoned Golden Age park. I thought that was kind of interesting that they're like their big park that they build 3 episodes later. I mean, I know it's years for them, but it's already all dirty and there's weeds everywhere and dirt all over the place. And they bring them there, and that's where they fix Maeve.
Where they fixed maybe, but I mean that was like back to like original Westworld, wasn't it? Wasn't that?
Well, it's Hale's Westworld. It's in the same location supposedly, you know. But yeah, because I also like that too. I thought it was pretty cool when Bernard finds that little secret door there. He's like, "Oh, it's just like Westworld," and then C ends up yelling at him for working at Westworld.
Yeah,
he's like calling him like he was given the puppet master's strings and all that shit. Whatever she said.
Well, at least she figured it out. I mean, I knew she would just because.
Yeah, true. I mean, and he knew that she was gonna figure it out and shoot him, right? Or did that? Because it almost seemed like he was surprised when she shot him. So I was like, "What did?" Yeah, I don't know.
And obviously, I was correct on my.
Yeah, you were right. Jay was replaced. You got the exact person right too. Like at first, you just said the group, but I was surprised you got the exact guy.
Yep.
I like that, and that was something I didn't even think about that last episode. That never even crossed my mind that he would have been. That one of them would have been replaced during all that shenanigans. Maybe you're Charlotte Hale.
Maybe.
That's my theory.
Maybe I'm just Charlotte. I'm Charlotte.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's the wrong one.
Wow, I was gonna say aggressive.
You're in the middle of talking. Shut the fuck up. I didn't even know that was still on the board. That's funny.
I was like, damn.
Let's see what else happened. Before I get into the next thing, did you think this one was kind of a filler episode?
Yeah, so
because it kind of ended and started the same ish area. I thought that I saw some people on Reddit talking about that too, but it seemed overall people still enjoy it more.
Yeah, I mean it was fine. Mm-hmm. I mean I didn't have an issue with it. Like I said, I just we've seen it before. That's my only qualm.
I feel like season 5, which it'll be interesting because I feel like that's what people said, and then season 3 that no one liked at all. But it'll be interesting because I feel like they can't keep doing this in season 5, like do homages to season 1 and redo season 1 and shit like that. So it'll be interesting the last season if they continue that or if it gets new, if people will be on board, you know?
Yeah, 8.8 on IMDb.
Oh, so that's the lowest in a while because it's been 9s for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like the past 2 at least?
Yeah, episode 1 was 7.4. Episode 2, 7.8. Episode 3, 8.5. Episode 4, 9. Episode 5, 9. And then last night, 8.8. I'm assuming that'll probably go down, but I did see a lot of stuff that said the numbers are like way down.
Oh yeah, I've seen that it's like dramatically less than most shows. Like there's so many HBO shows that are even better. People are worried it's not going to get another season. Yeah. I think it will because it's been on for 4. I think they'll just give it one more wrapped up because I think people would be more upset at not wrapping up than it getting canceled.
Yeah, I mean,
it also depends on how much money it costs them to make it and how much they make. Because if they're making their money still, even if the ratings are down, they'll be like, whatever, make another season. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I mean, I obviously don't know how it all works, but I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like most shows renew pretty early But
it depends though,
I don't
because
know.
like if I remember correctly, I don't think Barry did until a while after the most recent season.
Okay.
So I think sometimes they wait a little bit. My theory is
Wild theories, Bill.
is that there'll be like an after credit scene like there normally is, teasing up the next season, and then there'll be like a Westworld 5 logo on the screen, and then that's when they'll announce it. That's my theory.
Right.
Is right after the finale. And if that's not the case, then that's when I'll start to get a little worried that maybe there won't be. Would you be annoyed if they kind of like they made you back happy in Westworld a little bit? You're enjoying it more than you did last season, and then it gets canceled after this. Would you be happy or would you be annoyed? Would you be okay with it? How would you feel after this season?
I would probably feel pissed because I feel like I just wasted.
It's true. We wasted like so many years of our lives, actually.
I mean, this shit started in 2016.
Yeah.
So we've been watching it for 6 years. So if they literally just ended it and didn't renew and never gave us an actual ending, I feel like I would be pretty upset. On the other hand, I would probably just be like fine with it, just because, But see, are we really liking this season so much because last season was such trash?
I think so. I mean, I think this season's been good. I really enjoyed this, but I think it's because last season put the bar so low that we're like, oh, it's Westworld again. Cool.
Right. But because, I mean, if you think about it, the majority of this shit is legit season 1, just different people, different hosts.
Yeah, it's season 1, but the technology's better.
Yeah, in a different world. Did you see the tweet I sent you?
I think I did. I don't remember which. Maybe when did you send it to me?
Twitter.
No, but when did you send it?
I'm pretty sure it was this morning.
Oh, okay. If it was this morning, then I might not.
It's spot on.
I did see that. Okay.
It's like spot on.
Oh, actually, oh my God, yeah. So it says, I'll put a picture up here. Let me take a screenshot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it says Westworld season 1 and 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Westworld season 3 and 4 is Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Which is funny too, because if you think about it, you know how we've been complaining about like the CGI and shit hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk had a lot of problems too. Like it fits perfectly with that. I like that. It's a little scary though, because I mean, hey, maybe it'll be the route too. Like Cyberpunk got updates and now supposedly it's better. Maybe Westworld season 4 is it's getting its updates.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you ever go back to it? Or you just got a refund, right?
Yeah, I returned it when they said they could. When they said I could return, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just get my $60 back."
We probably should have. Once you returned it, we never played it again.
Yeah.
And I would like to go back, but now like I was like, I don't know. Like I had interest in it, and I would still kind of like to know what the story was and all that. Well, but like, I don't know. I kind of lost interest also.
Target had it on sale for $10 like a few months ago.
Wow.
And they didn't have it at my Target. And then like I just forgot about it because I was like, I'm like, I'll buy it for $10. I'm like, $10? I'm like, that's crazy. $10. I'm like, I'm like, I'll get $10 worth out of it.
I've heard it's like a great game now. I mean, I know people even liked it back then, but I was playing it on a 360. So not a 360. Yeah. I was playing it on a normal one. So.
I was gonna say, holy moly!
I was playing it on no wonder it wasn't working for me. But let me see. Let's get back over to some Westworld here. What did you think about Caleb's whole thing? His whole it was kind of pointless, but it was also kind of interesting.
I mean, it was fine. It was interesting. It was fine. It was. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like that's what. I mean, he was so obsessed with getting with Frankie getting he told every single one of them.
I know. I did. That got a little old every time. It was a little bit like. Shut the fuck up. Every time he met another, Frankie's alive.
Yeah, because
most of them didn't even care, kind of either.
Like Abby was like kind of over it. She was like when Hale was in there with him, like she was like, "This is so fucking corny." She's like, "This is just so fucking corny," and I'm like, "Yeah, kind of." I'm like, that's just how it is. I'm like, she might be alive, or she's alive for now. Like, she's like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "This is like a fucking talking to a preschooler." It
is so sometimes the way she talks, and I know it's supposed to be like a robotic and more like she doesn't care as Hale, but a little bit it kind of annoys me a little bit the way she like, Okay, Kayla.
I think she's a pretty damn good actress.
No, yeah,
don't
she
you
is a
think?
great actress because I've seen her be. I mean, just go watch her in like Creed and then watch her in this. You're like, what the fuck? But
Yeah. Well, see that I haven't seen Creed or Creed 2. I want to see them, but I haven't seen them yet.
oh, I've seen the first. I haven't seen the second. I'll probably watch the
Yeah.
second right before the third comes out because Michael B. Jordan's directing the third, I believe.
Oh, there you go. Even better.
Yeah, so it'll be a fun reason to watch it. But yeah, I do think she's great. Just sometimes the way she talks, it makes me laugh, and it's just a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really much else. I mean,
Not a whole hell of a lot. I mean,
yeah. Did you?
we never saw C revive her or go and get her girlfriend Odina out of the closet.
That's true. Maybe she's stuck in the closet.
So, I was half expecting to hear the R. Kelly "Trapped in the Closet" song.
Oh, that would have been good. They did like a little cover of that. Yeah. That would have been good.
I mean, I feel like they can't because he's in prison. So for like child molestation,
somebody can give them the rights to do a little cover. Maybe bring it back.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I would like that. But so we'll get into the next on a little bit. Hale wants to evolve. What do you think she wants to evolve into? What would you assume would be the next better thing than a human body that can never die?
Maybe they turn into Transformers. I don't know.
Oh shit! The final season's just Transformers.
Yeah.
Wild theories, Bill.
It's Morphin time. Oh, that's Power Rangers. Morphin time. Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, like, it is weird because she is talking about how they're the people they haven't evolved, blah blah. She keeps complaining about all these episodes, but yet she leaves her fucking dirty ass and disgusting arm that she's always picking at and bleeding. If you're trying to be better, maybe fix that a little bit too.
Right. Well, that's I mean.
But like, I have no idea. Like, does she mean like how the other people are in the Valley Beyond, and she just wants to go there now because they could live anything in any amount of time and all that?
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know.
Because like also like those pictures I sent you too with that split being open, that could be the Valley Beyond opening back up or something too.
It probably is. I mean, it would make sense. It was in season 1, so.
Was that season 1 that they did that?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think that was season 2 at the end when they all remember they went there and their bodies fell over the water or not fell over the thing and then they all washed up in the beginning of the season with Bernard.
Okay.
And that's when we had the other Skarsgård in it that we all thought was going to be a bigger dude in it than he was.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Remember in season 2 when me and Nick were like, "Oh, that guy, he like they said his name was like Seamus or something, and he shot the girl twice, and we thought that meant something. Didn't mean dick." It'd be really interesting. It'd be a lot of work, but to go back through all our old Westworld podcasts and just write down everything we were like overly excited about and all this shit that just meant nothing.
Yeah, that would probably take you some time.
But like it'd be interesting. I wonder how many things that we've like looked into, theorized on that are just has nothing to do with the show anymore.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Like it is interesting to think about it. Almost. Oh, actually, they have to be. Every human from the first season, second season, whatever, all have to be dead now because we're like years in the future.
Yeah,
I mean, Sizemore and Felix are probably dead unless they've been upgraded, which is it's a little weird thinking about.
It is weird.
It's still I don't know.
Because there's not really a lot of main characters left.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and it'll be. Also, so do you think Dolores will come back by the end of the season?
Oh fuck!
Do you think there'll be a moment where Christina like becomes? And I know we've all seen that picture of her like in the dress or whatever in like the normal time.
It looks like she's like underwater in one of them.
Oh yeah, true. But like, so you do think Christina will become Dolores, or do you think there'll be a Christina and a Dolores?
I don't know. I kind of hope there'll be like a. I mean, I don't even know if it's even possible, but like a Hale versus Dolores type deal, like a Dolores Abernathy.
See, I'm wondering if that'll be season 5, but that seems kind of like this season doesn't have an ending then though, because it just seems like with 2 episodes, it seems kind of wild to all of a sudden Maeve and Hale fight and Dolores and Hale, but that does seem like what it's going to.
How pissed would people be if they just like didn't like end this thing?
People would be so. I mean, the ratings have already gone down. I think the people that are even on edge now would just be gone. if they ended it something like that, like a cliffhanger or something. Especially because it'll be 2 years until we get another season or something.
So the final episode is I may be pronouncing this wrong, but it's Que Sera, and it says that the meaning of that is whatever will be, will be.
Well, that sounds like we're gonna be disappointed. Whatever will
like
be, will be.
Yeah, the closest translation to Spanish, but it is really in Italian in origin. What will be, will be.
That either sounds disappointing or it sounds like a Doctor Strange kind of thing where that's something Bernard says. Like someone's like, "Are we gonna win?" And he's like, "Whatever will be, will be." And then it'll happen.
We don't get a season 5.
Oh,
they're just saying,
"Damn it,
I'm a snake."
Deal with it.
I would honestly be so disappointed if I woke up, I roll over, go up on my phone, and I fucking see Westworld canceled by HBO. I would be so freaking annoyed. But also I would have a little bit of a chuckle. But I would just be like, cause I would laugh for all the time we've wasted, but I'd be so annoyed for also all the time we wasted.
I can feel you.
But I feel like it has to get another season. I feel like they have to let them wrap it up. With all the years they've spent paying for this show, you're not gonna just see it one more season. That would be wild.
It would be wild, but I wouldn't put it past them.
I know.
HBO doesn't care.
Yeah,
if they're not making
especially
money,
there's new people in charge too now. That's what's scary. So it's not even the same people that like started the show around there.
Yeah.
But a couple more things in the next on. As we talked about, we got Maeve and Hale. They're gonna fight. And when they were first standing there for a second, I thought it was Hale versus Hale, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I realized the girl with the knife is Maeve.
Yeah.
But then we see Bernard in the Valley Beyond or whatever again. We got the cinematic lens going again. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, Sublime. I couldn't remember what the fuck they called it. But yeah, that's interesting. Do you think that'll be a flashback, and we'll get to see some of the ways this could have happened? Or do you think he might go actually back into it, like when the Valley Beyond, if that Valley Beyond opens?
I mean, we haven't seen him. Well, I guess did we see him shot? But he wasn't.
He wasn't dying. No, that was not It didn't even that bothered him.
Yeah, yeah. She was like, "Oh, he's a host." Bang! Look, see, dipshit.
Stupid fucker. See, I can tell you who's a host. I did like, too, that, Bernard was throwing me a fucking bone. I've been saying that Stubbs is replaced by Hale and that he's going to be the one to kill Bernard, which still could be the case. We don't know. But I like that he said, hey, sometimes it's even Stubbs that's done. And he's like, hey, what the fuck? Don't throw me under the bus.
He's like, it's not me.
But I like that because I was like, oh, fuck, that's probably for idiots like me that are thinking Stubbs is going to kill Bernard. But, I like you threw me a little bone there.
You never know.
It's true. You never know.
It's possible.
Did you ever theorize that Stubbs was a host with the season they revealed he was a host in season 2?
I feel like I did.
Because I felt like I was, when they said he was a host, I remember thinking, fucking Hess. But I don't remember if you theorized on that or not.
I feel like I did. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did.
I was just, before we wrap this up, I was trying to think if there's any host that you've been wrong about. Because so far, like you said, Jay last episode, he was a host. So you've been right again.
Bernard.
You said Caleb's a host. Bernard's a host. Stubbs, if you said Stubbs, he's a host.
Pretty sure.
Man in Black, you were right about too. We were a couple seasons late, but you were still right.
Yeah. Yeah, and now but then again, I could have just said everybody because pretty much everyone's a host now.
That's true. Now we got to start being like, I don't know. I think Dolores is a human. I don't know. Call me crazy. Dolores might be a human.
We still have C and all those guys. They're still human.
No, there'll be a couple of them around until like next season. And then all of a sudden she's a host too, and then whatnot.
She morphs
into her Power Ranger Transformer.
Do you think that any version of Caleb will ever meet her?
I do. I think either whatever episode they're gonna be trying to go attack Hale and whatever. I think they're gonna see each other and she'll shed a tear, and that's when, because she was like, Maeve doesn't have feelings. Fuck this bitch. Yeah. I think when she meets her dad, then she'll be like, oh, hosts can have feelings.
Yeah.
And that's when she'll kind of fall for them and whatnot. Or maybe even on their journey, her and Maeve will get along too. Who knows?
I think they're already starting to.
Yeah, which is funny because just moments before she wanted to kill her. It did kind of bug me a little bit that like it just seemed to go by so fast, and then it just matter of fact she put the pearl in Maeve and she was up and killed the guy. That part was a little weird at the end. I feel like you could have set that up a little better, or even had like while they were fighting, Bernard and Stubbs broke free and made Maeve, so then Maeve saved her. Would have been better.
It does seem like some things are rushed this season.
I can see that a little bit. Like rushed because they're like, this doesn't matter. 5. Let's just get to this so we could get to our ending points and all that.
But I do feel like we complained in prior seasons about them like going into the extra
Oh,
detail.
no, yeah, we did complain about that a little bit.
And us being like, Jesus Christ, like we know it's a TV show, like you can fucking skip some of the fucking details. Like,
see, and that's the annoying thing about us fans. We're gonna complain no matter what.
Yeah, we don't need 4 episodes of filler telling us how you got from point A to point B. And then they do it, and we're like, well, really wish we would have seen more of that.
I don't know. We're so annoying. But I honestly, I don't know. That was there was just a couple parts like that bugged me, but overall, I really liked the episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I actually did miss some Christina and Teddy. I was surprisingly was like, oh, come on, I wanted to see where that was going to. But we didn't get any of that, unfortunately.
Nothing.
It'll be. I'm really interested now. I don't remember if we talked about it on the show or whatnot. But if Teddy is real, or if he's just like there in her head or whatnot, will be interesting. I don't remember if I read that or we talked about it or what. But I've been thinking about that more, and it's interesting.
You just said that. I think you texted me and said that you were reading some theories on.
Oh,
online
right, yeah.
And that they're theorizing, but that would make sense. What did you think about old Caleb stabbing white dude in the face?
Oh, the drone. I thought that it was really cool, but then the part that was a little weird on that was, did you notice when he got up, he like pushed down the guy, and you could just tell it was like a fake chest. He just pushed it like completely to the floor almost.
Oh wow!
And I was like, and then he dragged it, so it was like clearly like a really heavy dummy, but it was just a little bizarre.
Probably. It was funny because we watched it and I go, that would probably be very satisfying.
Oh yeah, because he was just fucking stabbing the dude in the face. Oh yeah.
If it was someone you hated and I was like, please don't do that to me. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm like, it would just be satisfying to do that to like someone who you hate or like someone.
I'm not saying I would do it to you. Just don't get on my bad side, or I might figure out how satisfying that is.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Do you have any last things you want to say before we wrap it up, or any stories, anything that's happened to you in the world?
Nope, nothing. Nothing is going on.
Damn, that's. You got a vacation. Maybe you'll have some vacay stories. When you get back on the pod.
Yeah, I might.
Speaking of that too, so the next 2, well, I'll probably just do little quick solo videos on interesting things that happened in the episode or whatnot. I won't sit here and do soundboards and shit to put myself.
You'll probably be sitting right here.
Yeah, I'll be sitting right there. I'll dress up like Hess too.
Or at the kitchen table, wherever you want to do it. But yeah.
But just so people know, Hess will be on. So then our podcasts on them will be back. Like it'll be a week after the final episode, I believe.
Yes.
Or maybe even a couple days. Who knows? But it'll be after the finale. Maybe our normal day after that. Yeah. But just so no one's looking for it and whatnot. But any last things you want to say to them before we send them on their day?
I don't think so. Y'all have a wonderful time. Stay strong.
Make sure to like, subscribe, share this with your grandma, your friends, your dad.
Exactly.
You're going on a road trip. Listen to this on repeat.
On repeat. Fat, funny, and for the people, baby.
Yeah, fat, funny, and for the people.
Yeah.